Since the release of the Souls series and Bloodborne, which some people would consider it a Souls series game, but it's not. But anyways, because of those releases of those games, we have created a brand new genre in regards to a new genre of game. And now other companies are really starting, developers are really starting to create new games to put a spin on that genre, where we had Neo taking place in a Japanese era with a little story added to it to kind of have a motivator to have you keep going. Now, where Demon Souls, Dark Souls, and Bloodborne were a little bit different from Neo was that you kind of had to put the story together by reading documents and learning about the bosses as you're fighting them. But there really wasn't a story they were telling you that's kind of in a regular narrative style that we get in games nowadays. But now we have Code Vein coming out in 2019, which is playing on that genre, with the same genre, the Souls genre, but it's doing it in an anime style, which is very unique. And now we finally have one more that's coming out, which when I was cruising on Sifted earlier this week, the headline under it was Souls Game with Guns. And I'm like, sounds interesting. Let's give it a shot. It's by Toadman Interactive. They have worked as helpers in different games, including Just Cause, Battlefield 4, and they've kind of helped out other developers. If you're not aware, most of the time, the main developer that makes a game a big game, like something like Ubisoft with the Assassin's Creed franchise, it does not come out of that one studio. Most of the time, it's made by multiple external studios that will help contribute pieces to it, where certain elements to the game. But the main chunk is done by that one developer, and that other developer sometimes doesn't get credit for it. But anyways, this is Toad Interactive's first game that they're coming out that they are self-doing themselves, and let's give it a shot. This is its second trailer, and it's supposed to come out next month, so September. I'm still thinking it's August right now, but anyways, it's supposed to come out early September, so it's kind of really late to shoot a trailer out here, but let's see what this game's got. If it's Souls with guns, that might be a new spin that people have not tried out yet. So let's give it a shot. Let's see what we think. Here we go. Already shooting some guns.
Do you know why you're here? Why I woke you from your deep slumber? Something is spreading through the cosmos. It ruins and ravages everything in its path, leaving behind only darkness and death. I can feel your hatred for what was done to you, but fate has forced my hand. Forced me to set you free upon these worlds.
Okay, that's kind of cool.
Everyone is either dead or gone. And yet, here you are.
These people sow lies as the rain covers the ground.
Be wary of who to trust.
Wow.
Delve too deeply into the darkness and you will become a part of it.
Find the answer. Prepare yourself. This journey will take you to the darkest of places. You will face that which this world has tried to hide and forget. But it has not forgotten us.
That's a little deceiving. I'm not sure if it's more guns and swords or a mix of both.
And embrace your inner fury.
Immortal, Unchained.
And what secret lies within you, prisoner?
I really don't know. I really don't know about this one. You know, it's a little tricky because it's supposed to be considered a AAA title, but man, those graphics are real bad. Like they're not horrendous. They're still they have a cool aesthetic to them, but when just stepping in that snow, that was like, it felt like a PS3 generation type graphical game, which I get this is a very small studio. I did my research on the studio of Toadman, and they are a very small studio, but for their first shot at it, I don't know. We'll have to see. You know, it was something that was endearing that I did see. I wish I saw more gameplay. I know it's a story trailer and it's labeled story trailer, but this, unless they come out with another trailer really soon, they've only had 2 trailers out, one to announce this game, which didn't reveal barely anything, and this one that's revealing a lot more, which I like. It has a story kind of going for it of kind of they awakened you, and maybe you're finding more about you in your past and why maybe you're important. I like those kinds of mysteries, and as you kind of go further, you start to dive deep into them, and once you figure out your revelation, it offers some replayability, because then you can go back and go, oh, now that I know this from playing the game the first time, that makes sense, and that makes sense, and that makes sense. Things like that. I like those kinds of stories. I hope that's what they're going for with this story. Now, like the gameplay, because they didn't really show much gameplay, I'm only going off of the dodge mechanic, which is really smooth. I will admit that is a cool mechanic. I like how smooth the dodging is, and it's real clean. It's really clean cut, kind of like shooting the gun is very clean cut. I like that, but I don't know if it looks like a Souls type game, but I'm not sure 100% if it really is, but we'll have to see. But again, I'm a little disappointed. I kind of expected to see more, especially of gameplay. I think gameplay is really what needs to sell this game more than the story, because even though I said the story sounds interesting to start and that could lead to what I think it hopefully leads to, it is very dense. And I don't think market-wise it's very appealing to a casual person, or and I know usually the Souls gamer is usually a niche market, but still it's not as appealing, and so I think it will turn some people off, because there's nothing engaging you really in the trailer except hopefully the story. But the world looks interesting. Hopefully it all kind of comes together. I really would like to see one more trailer to really put my final touch on it before the game came out. I have not looked at the pre-order price, but if this is a $60 game, I would be a little concerned to pay full price potentially. So far what I've seen. Again, I want to see one more trailer from them. So if it does come out, we will watch it together. No problem at all. So thank you so much for watching. What did you think about this trailer? Is this the kind of game you're looking for? If you're a Souls player and you love playing those Souls games, is this a game that's interests you? If you're not a Souls player, would this get you in the game, having a gun mechanic in the game instead of just relying on swords? Yeah, they use more swords than they just as much swords as they use guns. So it's a little ambiguous. I feel I would rather have them just double down more on the gun mechanic. The more guns, the better, to separate them a little bit more. But we'll have to see. Obviously, I haven't played the game, and this is all they've shown. So there's so much more for us to see. But what did you think about all this stuff? Let me know in the comments below. Let's have that conversation. And if you like this video, check out all the other videos I have on freeze frame rate. Go ahead and give them a thumbs up, share them with your friends, and if you want to keep up with the content I release each and every week right here on Freeze Frame Rate, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Mitch, and I'm signing off saying, see you soon.